Some people throw shade and then try to pass it off as a joke or their opinion. In this video, I'm reminding you that there is truth behind every joke. Even if it's not the objective truth or divine truth, it may be someone's opinion. How they really feel is buried under the jokes they tell, especially if the jokes are about you. Also, if you have a friend around you that is constantly going back and forth with you, loves to debate with you, always playing the devil's advocate, never agrees with you or has your back, or they always disagree with something you do or say, then this person might have negative feelings towards you, but don't know how to say it out front. So they have to say things that are passive aggressive to get their rocks off. Some people throw shade and try to pass it off as a joke or their opinion, quote unquote. There is something about you that this person admires. There is something about you that makes this person want to be around you, whether it's because you have a nice home or you always have nice events or being around you benefits them in some way. They're always around you, but for some reason, it seems like they don't like you. It's like y'all are friends, but the energy is giving frenemy, right? Because they love to be around you for certain reasons. Maybe you uplift them. Maybe you put them in better positions. Maybe being around you helps them see their own light and motivates them. But something about you irks their soul. Maybe it's something that you said to them a couple months ago or a couple years ago that they're not letting go of, right? So instead of being honest with you, instead of saying, well, something you said to me triggered me and I just want to know why you said it or where it came from. Instead of being direct, they're going to be indirect. And they're not going to be indirectly trying to have a conversation. They're going to be indirectly throwing shade. Or it could be straight up envy. Maybe they look at your home, your relationship, your career, and they love being around you because you motivate them. But at the same time, because they weren't able to accumulate the same things in their life, it just drives a nail in their ego because they weren't able to apply the same discipline or the same tenacity that you did. So being around you not only motivates them, but it also illuminates their own shortcomings. There's a thin line between love and hate. Okay? There is a thin line between love and hate. Someone may love everything that you have to offer, but they may hate the fact that it's yours. Some of your friends may admire your aura, your presence when you walk in a room. Maybe it's your height. Maybe it's your beauty, your personality, your smile, right? They love being around you, but for the wrong reasons. They want to soak up your personality and your beauty tips so that they can use it for themselves without giving you any credit, right? They would rather be around you to soak up your sauce, but at the same time, throw shade at qualities in you that they used to admire. Or even worse, qualities that other people admire about you. So a lot of times, these specific people, they will never compliment you on things that other people love about you. Let's say people love your smile. They love your aura and your personality, or they love your body, right? Some women will never compliment you on your body because they don't want to illuminate that quality in you anymore. It's like you already take all the attention anyway. So why would that friend put more attention on it? They would rather hold their compliments in than give you even more praise because they feel like the world already loves you and doesn't love them. It's just stemming from insecurities within them. So these friends will never uplift you. They will never compliment you. They will only uplift you maybe every now and then, right? Because these friendships can really be confusing. Sometimes you feel like you and this person are close. Sometimes you feel like you and this person are distant and maybe y'all are associates. And these friendships can be really confusing because you never truly know where you stand with these people. Sometimes you feel like you're in their good grace. Other times you feel like they're a hater and a frenemy. So sometimes they'll compliment you. Sometimes they'll come around. Sometimes they'll offer help. But other times they'll throw shade. They'll bring up your shortcomings or some type of event in your life that is triggering for you just to feel like they have a one-up on you in that area of their life. Maybe they'll embarrass you in front of a group of people, right? Maybe they'll try to sun you or try to like little girl you, in front of a group of people. They might try to like playfully bully you to try to dominate you. And you'll never really know where you and this person stand because in your mind, you would never treat this person like that. You never treat your friends or your loved ones like that. You never try to dominate them, embarrass them, or make them feel small just so you can feel superior. So these type of friendships will always have you conflicted. It will have you confused. And it will mess with your mind on a subconscious level as long as you continue to associate with these miserable, insecure people. So I have a little story time for you guys that basically exemplifies this same topic. So long story short, I had a friend since elementary school. We grew up together. We know each other like the back of our hand, and we were just very, very close. So later on in life, like in our 20s, we were plotting on getting a plastic surgery procedure done. So we were talking about it. We used to always do research. We called ourselves surgery sisters or whatever. And that's just something that we really, really, really wanted to do. So I ended up being able to afford the procedure before her, and I went ahead and I did it. And I was still encouraging her too. Like, I was sending her, my information. I was asking her, if you have any questions, you can just ask me or whatever. I was telling her, I'll help you recover. Like, I'll really hold your hand through the whole process. But after I got my procedure done, she was acting, very uninterested all of a sudden. Like, oh, I don't feel like I need it. I'm just going to work out. I'm just going to eat healthy. And I'm like, okay, like, that wasn't your energy before, but okay, cool. So maybe like a couple years later, I ended up seeing something on her Instagram, right? Now, mind you, me and this friend are still hanging out like 3 times a week. Like, this is one of my closest friends. And so it's not like we became distant. It's just that the topic of surgery kind of like dissipated over time. So once again, I go on her Instagram one random day. And normally when I go on her Instagram, I'm always hyping her up because she actually did get on her workout journey and her health journey. So I would always, put fire emojis under her post like, yes, let's go. Like I still encourage her no matter what path she chose to take. So one time I go on her page and I just see one of her posts. And she makes a post that's like, I don't agree with girls that get surgery. I feel like they are insecure, and that has to be one of the biggest insecurities a girl can have. And they disobey God and they're going against God. And that's one of the worst surgeries you can get. And it was just like a whole paragraph of her quote unquote opinion about plastic surgery, right? And I remember thinking in my mind, girl, you did not have this disposition a couple years ago, but it also made a lot of sense to me because she never actually complimented my body. She never asked me about my procedure. She never asked me if I was okay. She never asked me if I needed anything. Like, she never showed any type of concern or interest. After I got my procedure, she acted like she was totally uninterested. So when I went on her Instagram and I seen that post, I realized, wow, that's the reason why she was never acting interested. That's the reason why she was never complimenting me. You know, I feel like if you have a best friend and they do something for themselves that makes them happy, why wouldn't you be happy for them? Right? So it just made all the sense. You know, I connected all the dots and I was like, wow, she really wasn't happy for me. And it wasn't because she didn't agree with it. It was because she was jealous. You know, she was jealous. She was envious. And maybe she wasn't jealous of my body in particular. Maybe she was just jealous of the confidence that it gave me. Maybe she was jealous of the attention that it was giving me. You know, it could be anything. So that is something that I internalized. I was angry about it. I cried about it. I never reached out to her. I never said anything. You know, I never confronted her, but I was so disappointed in the whole thing. And I really felt like I lost a friend because I would never feel jealousy or envy toward anyone that I love, because I don't see the purpose of that. Like, I just don't. So the fact that she had that energy toward me, it really did hurt my feelings, like, for real. Like, I feel like I lost a friend forever after seeing that post. And I understand that I could have been taking it personal. I could have been taking it like it was a shot at me, and maybe it wasn't a shot at me. But the fact that we are together almost, 3 times a week, we see each other so often, we talk about everything together. And the fact that she went on social media to talk about something that I did for myself that she knows I did, it just felt like betrayal. And there are things about her that I could easily go online and say, well, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with that. And, you know, I could do that too, but I don't even see her in that light. I don't look at her lifestyle or the men that she dates or the situations that she gets into, and I don't judge her for it. And I especially don't take it to social media and try to act all high and mighty and sanctimonious. So yeah, that situation messed me up, y'all. Like, I was so disappointed in that whole situation. Like, from that moment on, I just began to distance myself. And it was crazy because it was almost like a mutual thing. Like, our energies, I feel like, were in agreement on some type of level where it was like, after she made the post, it almost felt like she was trying to distance herself from me too. So after like a year after the post was made, we just stopped talking. And, you know, one day I may reach out to her. I may not ever bring up the post, but I don't know. I'm just going to have to really just ask myself, is that a friendship that is worth having in my life? Is that a person that is worth fighting for? Is that a friendship that's worth fighting for? You know? So yes, some people will throw shade and try to pass it off as a joke or their opinion to hide how they really feel about you. So I hope this video brought you a lot of clarity and it strengthened your discernment and it validated the feelings that you were already feeling within about certain people in your life. Just know that if someone is treating you or doing something to you that you would never, ever, ever do to them, that's probably not your friend, or they are holding some type of resentment or envy towards you that they're just too afraid to work out within themselves or talk to you about. So share this video to anyone you feel like needs to hear this message. And always remember, grow in peace, and healing is a journey, not a destination.